Hi Pisces. Happy birthday season to y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick little bada bing, bada boom, a quick little like individual, collective, whatever we need to know right now at this time. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. We gonna get on up out of here because I have a really, really long day today. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. It's gonna be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, happy birthday to y'all. Check down below in the description box if you want to book a personal reading. You can find my discount code there, or you can just find me on the other platforms that I have. Okay, so yeah, let me turn this down just a little bit so I won't distract myself. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to start with some Lord. Not I was gonna start with some oracle cards. I'm gonna start with the tarot cards, and we'll just kind of go from there. Give me something for my Pisces friends, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Two of Wands, the Chariot card, the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor card. Give me one more. This is a good time to start like making some moves, but being quiet about your moves. I feel like y'all are being real tight-lipped, or you need to be real tight-lipped right now when it comes to like the things that you're doing. The Devil card is down at the bottom of the deck, so this is also a really good time to start freeing yourself from certain like attachments or anything like that that has not been helping or benefiting you in any type of capacity. Okay. Again, you do have the Two of Wands here. You do have the Chariot card. You have the Three of Pentacles next to the Knight of Swords, next to the Emperor card, next to the Nav of Cups here reversed. The only two cards you have reversed though is the Knight of Swords and the Knave of Cups. So again, I would be very slow to speak when it comes to like what you're doing, the moves that you're making. The Two of Wands would indicate that again, now is a good time to really start leveling up, get into the next level. Yeah, like it's like the Two of Wands is about progress, it's about momentum. But it's also like a card of me of like gearing up and building that momentum before you get to the next level, before you get to the next step. I was gonna say, dang, how many times do I need to lower this? Jeez, I just feel like every time I lower it, it get a little louder. Like, what's going on? Um, but yes, so it's kind of making me feel like again, whatever you're working on right now, whatever you got up your sleeve, whatever progress you're making, whatever momentum you're feeling right now, now is the time to keep it real, real tight-lipped and real to yourself. Especially because Saturn has just finally gotten out of Pisces, so it feels y'all probably finally can feel like y'all can breathe. Okay, and now it's finally shifted into Aries. So this is a good time to again be very, very hush hush, be very, very like tight-lipped on what it is that you're doing, the momentums that you're making, or the momentum that you're trying to make. I like the Two of Wands is next to the Chariot card, Cancerian energy. So you could have some Cancer in your chart, or you could be a Pisces with some Cancer. You could be a Cancer with some Pisces. But this makes me feel like again, you're in control. The Chariot card is like a double confirmation card for me of like things are moving forward, things are progressing for you. You know, things probably already have been moving, but anticipate a sense of momentum kind of coming in also. Like if things were already kind of progressing, you will definitely start to see things like pick up speed right now at this time. And you'll also start to see things tangibly materialize, right? So again, finances could be good moving forward. You could be feeling good just in general moving forward. You could be feeling less restricted. You could be feeling less limited. You could be ready to hit the ground running where it's like, okay, I've been doing a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of this. Maybe I've been taking 5 steps forward, 3 steps back, doing that whole do-si-do dance. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now things are moving forward. I'm seeing things tangibly come together. I'm seeing things like materialize into my actual immediate reality. And like I said, with all of that said, I would be very quiet. I would be very quiet. I wouldn't really tell nobody too much. I wouldn't tell nobody too much. I wouldn't really communicate too much of anything with this Knight of Swords here reverse. That makes me feel like now is a time to just be very, whatever ideas you got, whatever dreams you got, whatever goals you chasing, now is the time to be very quiet in them. Now is the time to really like, I'm even hearing put your money where your mouth at, right? Because you're in control. right? But this also makes me feel like you can maybe get around some people or get caught up and get entangled with some people who, might try to throw a little salt with your sugar. People who try to rain on your parade. You know what I'm saying? So be very mindful of that. Especially because again, you don't want nobody to throw no salt and throw no rain on your parade when you're literally already in charge of things. You have two confirmation cards of momentum. You have two confirmation cards of being in control. The Emperor card is about, being in control of yourself, being in control of your surroundings, being in control of your environment. The Chariot card is about being on top of things, being on top of where things are going, being in control of not only your emotions, but being in control and just being in the driver's seat, period, right? Where is your life going? Where are you headed to next? Where's your next endeavor? Where's your next adventure? And being in control of the delays and the detours, right? You might have to kind of reroute, but the destination is still the same. You're still in control of where you're going, even though you might have had to take a detour, even though there might have been a reroute, even though there might have been a delay, right? So now is a good time to really start thinking about that. But again, it's going to come with, again, you really releasing and detaching from any attachments that has been keeping you and weighing you down. Okay, the Devil card reverse is about freedom, freeing yourself from negative attachments, freeing yourself from, your own shadow work, your own shadow side, that own negative critic in the back of your mind that try to tell you you'll never be good enough, you'll never make it, you'll never do this, you'll never do that, life will never happen for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like finally you're breaking free from that. Finally you're kind of coming out of that. And I think that's really interesting to come out in your message, considering, right? Like I said, Saturn just finally left Pisces and it's finally in Aries. It's completely out of Pisces. It won't go back into Pisces. We won't have any more retrogrades, I don't think anyway, to where Saturn enters Pisces. Any retrogrades moving forward, it would just stay in Aries. Okay, so Pisces, again, you should be feeling less restricted, less limited. You should be ready to hit the ground running. And this is a good time to start not only shifting yourself back into the driver's seat, but to really, really focus on staying on top of things, the momentum and the progress that you're trying to build as things really start to move forward for you. Okay, give me something with this Knight of Swords reverse. Why is the Knight of Swords reverse? For my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, the first card out. Two of Cups right next to it. So I feel like that's definitely a double emphasis. Keep your cards close to your chest. I wouldn't tell nobody right now what you're doing. I don't give a fuck how close they is. I don't give a damn what's going on, how much you deem them as friends. Okay. This makes me feel like with the Two of Cups reverse, even your closest of close friends, I wouldn't tell them either. I would just kind of start doing. That's it. I would just start doing. I wouldn't do a whole lot of talking. I wouldn't do a whole lot of like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, because and then I'm prepping for this, and and then I want to start doing that. Especially because this made me feel like with the Two of Cups, for some of you, you might have friends and people around you who don't necessarily feel happy for you. So be careful with that. The Two of Cups reverses like an unrequited love type of energy. It's you showing up for people, you pouring into people, you loving on people. But then on the flip side, these people are kind of acting like they too busy or too this or too that when it comes to you. You know what I'm saying? The Four of Pentacles is on top of the Three of Pentacles, four, five, six, seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're making some investments, Pisces. And if you haven't been making any, hear me and hear me very clearly when I say now is a good time to start investing in yourself. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How do you envision your life? Where do you envision your life going? And how can you make the necessary steps right now in this moment in order to really be there? Again, maybe you have been trying, but with Saturn and Pisces, maybe you felt restricted. Maybe you felt blocked. Maybe it felt hard. Maybe it felt like you had to fight tooth and nail and really go through these challenges and go through these burdens in order to really feel like, ugh, finally I can breathe. Finally I'm in control of it. Finally I'm seeing some momentum. Finally I'm seeing some progress. Finally I'm seeing some changes. But again, now is the time to invest if you haven't been already. And for those of you who have been already, your investments are about to start growing. If you have been spending up until this point, investing in yourself, doing what needs to be done, pouring back into yourself, like investing your time, investing your money, investing your energy, investing your efforts, and investing your all of the you know what I'm saying, mind, body, and soul into really making things move forward, you'll begin to see things move forward. But this makes me feel like the more you begin to get in control, the more you begin to, take back your power, the more you begin to, get back in the driver's seat and understand that, hey, life is about what I make it. And, wherever my life goes depends solely on me. And I'm ready to do the damn thing. Or I've been doing the damn thing. And finally, I'm starting to see some stuff pick up. And finally, I was like, wait, when did boxing get on my screen? That's so crazy. Yeah, but it's kind of feeling like that, right? But this also makes me feel like Pisces, and you have a retrograde coming up, right? Mercury is in Pisces right now. We're in shadow period. We will have a Pisces Mercury retrograde. It might ingress into Aquarius. I don't think so, but it might, right? This makes me feel like, again, things might be illuminated, like friends, families, or lovers and suitors. This Two of Cups reverse on this Knight of Swords makes me feel like, again, it would benefit you to keep your ideas, your progress, your momentum, your accolades to yourself, because this makes me feel like even the friends that you think you the closest of close with, you're about to realize that you're not as close as you think you are, right? Everybody love you, Pisces, until you start doing better than them, right? Everybody love you today till you start doing better than them. Everybody love you when you in the same boat, right? It's like crabs in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love you when you in the same boat, but when you start trying to get out that motherfucker, they start pulling you down. That's what this feels like. So again, I wouldn't really say too much. I wouldn't really share too much during this retrograde. I would just start investing. I would just let the momentum build. I would just let your work speak for itself. Honestly, because again, if you start going into it telling people like, oh, I think I'm gonna do this, or I think I'm gonna start doing that, or that might be coming up for me, that might not be coming up for me, then you might actually kind of get your own self up, because you talking. And I just saw 11:11 during my time. So yeah, yeah, y'all have a lot of new beginnings that are happening. Like again, Saturn is finally out of Pisces. You guys are like, you should be feeling good. You should be feeling like, okay, I got a little pep in my step. I got a little extra oomph. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my zhuzh back, which is good. But again, those who aren't feeling so like that might really, really, really feel a type of way about you feeling like that. Okay, so just I would keep my cards close to the chest. Give me this Two of Wands chariot energy for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, the Lover's card reverse. I keep getting that. So a lot of expect for things to be revealed during this retrograde time, and it feels like it'll be revolving the people that you love, or the people who should be loving you. Okay, the Lover's card is here reversed. The Two of Cups is here reversed. Now we have double confirmation. Y'all keep getting double confirmations, right? Two cards of things picking up speed, momentum, progress. Two cards of you feeling back in control of your life, feeling back in control of yourself, feeling like, okay, I got my head back above water. And now you have two confirmation cards of the people that you feel should love you the most, or who should be showing up for you the most. The people who claim to love you the most, right, will be the ones who kind of will show you just how much they probably don't love you like that. Two of Cups is already reversed, so that's the unrequited love. That's, things picking up for you, things going well for you, but people having a hard time really supporting you. The Lover's card is here also, though. That's about not being on the same page. You're not necessarily in alignment anymore. Anticipate some of the people that you love and want to be around not being in alignment with you no more. You might start to outgrow them if you haven't already. Okay, Nine of Swords reverse. You might begin to outgrow them if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, and if you have, excuse me, already, you'll begin to see that they really aren't so happy about it. However, though, again, the Nine of Swords makes me feel like, and I just heard this, everybody can't go where you going, Pisces. So, I mean, don't allow that to really make you worried if you just heard that and you like, oh shit, what if I lose my friends? Oh shit, what if it's this person or that person? Or what if I lose my lover? I mean, everybody can't go with you where you going anyway. So hopefully that gives you some, I probably won't in hindsight. Um, but again, I mean, what can you really do about it? Everybody can't go where you going. So even if you love them with your last breath, you outgrow people. That's normal. That's human nature. Not because anything's wrong with you, but because they need to work on themselves. They need to do what needs to be done. Just like I said, if you spent this entire solar return, I mean, Saturn return, right, for my Pisces, even if it was or wasn't your Saturn return, just roll with me, right? If you dealt with this whole Saturn return and this entire Saturn being in Pisces, and you got serious, you took your life serious, you've been investing in some stuff, Maybe you've been making the needed changes and the needed adjustments to really do what needs to be done in your life. And then now you finally here. You done got through the long bridge. You done got through the long gap. You're doing what you need to do for yourself in order to really be who you need to be. And other people haven't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can you really do about it? You have done everything that you could do to turn your life around, and you're still doing it. You can't be mad. Well, people can't be mad at you because they not seeing the same progress. They not putting in the same work and the same effort, right? You do have the Chariot card here. You could have some Cancer in your chart. You do have the Emperor card here. You could have some Aries in your chart. You do have the Lovers card here. You could have some Gemini in your chart. So it really just depends on other people. How you gonna be mad at Pisces for doing what Pisces needs to do in order to change Pisces life around when motherfuckers just been sitting here acting like, oh, Pisces, I mean, you still trying to do that? You still trying to do that? You still trying to achieve that? You still trying to, yeah, King of Wands reversed down at the bottom of the deck. Told you. So a bunch of motherfuckers who didn't put their money where their mouth at. A bunch of motherfuckers who just let life pass them by. A bunch of motherfuckers who really didn't do shit, didn't have shit, didn't pour into shit or shit. And now here they are acting like they want to be feeling some type of way about Pisces because Pisces is moving and shaking the motherfucking table, bitch. You should have been doing what Pisces was doing. You should have been making the investments Pisces was making at the time. But they didn't. So Pisces, this is a good time while you get your zhuzh back and you get your momentum back and the life seems a little bit brighter and you feel like you can breathe and you finally feel like you got your head above water and your money finally straighten out and your relationships finally straighten out and you begin to really start to show up for yourself and you get serious about the fantasies and the life that you want in order to make them a reality. Okay, anticipate people were showing you and revealing to you who they really are, how they really feel about you. Okay. Yeah, Boys in the Hood. And I knew some shit like that was gonna fall out. I knew some shit like that was gonna fall out because Kill Bill just tried to fall out. And it says revenge, a victorious, two-faced lover, and all of that. And now we have Boys in the Hood, which says what? Lack, transition, poverty, life lessons, vengeance, childhood friends, tempers flaring. Come on now. If you've never seen the movie, if you know the culture, you ever seen the movie, you already know that they didn't really fuck with what was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s name? I can't remember his name in the thing, but they didn't really fuck with him because he had his father in his life, because he came from a two-parent household, because he really wanted something serious, and because he was really serious about being serious. But you know what I'm saying? And of course, he kind of lost his way a little bit hanging out with them. But even Doughboy's brother, Morris Chestnut's character, right? He was supposed to play football. He was supposed to go far and go to college and everything. They shot and killed him before he even had a chance. You know what I'm saying? They shot and killed that man, took him up out of here before he even had a chance to even change his life around and transition and be better and do better, right? So this made me feel like, again, for some of y'all Pisces, I would keep my cards close to the chest. I wouldn't really tell nobody nothing. I wouldn't really share any of my accolades or any of my success. I would just kind of keep things surface level with a bunch of people because, like I said, these same childhood friends, okay, are going to be the same ones who try to kind of stop you from elevating. Everybody was struggling. Everybody was in the hood. You see a dead body every day. You see a junkie every day. You see poverty and struggle and homelessness every day. But what do you do when you want to change that? What do you do when that's not the narrative that you want for your life no more? And then what do you do when crabs in the bucket, right? Didn't I just say that? That was I love when my cards don't lie to me. Crabs in the bucket. Same energy. You know what I'm saying? So now the one person in this movie, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The one person in this movie who was gonna make it out, have a better life, live good, eat good, finally get out of the hood, finally get out of this bad area, this bad environment where people are dying every day and children are this and there's addicts and all of this stuff. And the one chance he finally gets to go play football and to get accepted into college and to really make something of himself. But that was said, people love to see you do good, just not better than them. Right? People don't want to see you do better than them. People don't want to see you, finally be the one to make it out. Yeah, they sit here and act like they want that for you. They act like, because you're supposed to be the one to make it out of here. You're so smart until it really happened and now they really feel the type of way. I done seen it happen to me. I stay on my neck of the woods and there, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm around the city and I'm smoking and I'm chilling and I'm hanging out with friends, everybody was happy. And as soon as I told because that I was moving to Houston to start college in Houston, everybody was acting like, but what about me? You're not gonna remember me anymore. And it's like, I'll always remember y'all, but I can count on one hand how many people was genuinely happy for the fact that I was moving and getting out of the city and trying to better myself. I can count on one hand. Not too many people was excited about it. Not too many people was happy about it. Most people felt like, damn, so then what I'm supposed to do? The same thing. Right? So again, Pisces, saying all that to say, some life lessons when it comes to your friends and the company that you keep will be very big right now. Okay, and a lot of people are thinking out of poverty. A lot of people are thinking out of lack mentality. A lot of people are gonna look at you and go, Pisces think they better than me. Right? Pisces think they're better than me because they doing something with themselves. Pisces think they're better than me because they're going on with their life. Pisces think they're better than me because they was able to turn their life around, and because they sitting here and they turning their life around, and I'm still sitting here with motherfucking shit in sprinkles in my motherfucking hand, trying to convince myself that it's fudge, pop fudge, cake fudge, fudge cupcakes in this motherfucker. Okay, but at the end of the day, they don't got nothing to do with you. What you need to learn is to, for one, move in silence. I wouldn't tell nobody my vision. I wouldn't tell nobody my dreams. I wouldn't tell nobody what's going on right now. Hush, be quiet. Okay, for one. And for two, making sure that you're staying in control of your own self, of your own dreams and your own momentum, and just keep trotting forward. Those who are meant to be around will be around. They'll align with you, and those who won't. But I feel like you'll get a big wake up call, or you'll really start to see who's who in your life when it comes to stuff like that. When people just kind of see you pop up with a new car, don't tell nobody what you gonna do. Just pop up with a new car and see who congratulates you. Don't tell nobody what you about to get. Just pop up with the new job. Just pop up with the new home. Just pop up with the this and with the that, or pop up with some new energy and just see who really congratulates you. But I feel like if you're not careful and you get to popping them gums and you get to running your mouth, you're gonna get to talk to the wrong person, and they're gonna start trying to plant seeds in your head about why you don't need to do it, why you shouldn't do it. And you might love them and care about them enough to where you might want to listen. You might actually consider what they're saying because you genuinely care about them and love them, Pisces. However, what they're saying to you isn't rooted in how much they care about you and love you. What they tell you is rooted in how much they're trying to manipulate the situation to keep everybody crabs in the bucket. If we all grew up in the hood, why would I want you to be the one to make it out of the hood? So I can feel like shit because I wasn't the one to do it. That's kind of what that feel like, right? I'm not the one to do it. I wasn't the one to do it. It's interesting that I'm even like, I don't know, I'm kind of being reminded too of someone, so maybe I need to share this message with them. There's a particular somebody who's coming up right now who has some Pisces in their chart, and I don't know, my mind just keep going to them as if I need to probably tell this message to them too, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the person that is coming to mind to me is again having a lot of good stuff going on. But I do know that they also have a friend who might not necessarily have this going on, and who might in their face treat this person that I care about like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you." When in reality it's like, I question if they genuinely going to be happy for you. You know? Anyway, again, like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if this resonated. Let me know how this resonated. Okay, I'm trying to grow our family over here. I am open for personal reading, so if you like a personal reading, check down below in the description box. You can also find the discount code down there also. And yeah, I'm out of 5,000. I am gonna be up out of here. So yeah, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments. Join our platform over here. My name is B, just in case you forgot from the beginning of this, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye.